Hi everyone, it's Miss Jones here, and welcome to another Storytime Sunday. I'm so glad you could join us. So I have a special guest with us today, and the special guest is awfully cute. Would you like to meet him first? I'm gonna grab him. He's been waiting, sitting here patiently, waiting for the video to start, so let's meet him. Okay, let's see who it is. Hi, he says, hi everyone. I'm gonna come up close. He says, I'm coming in for a close-up. Hi guys. Hi. So this is my special guest. We know him, several names. He is from a TV series called The Mandalorian. And we knew him as the kid, as the child, and he kind of looks like somebody else we know. Does he look, who does he look like? Yes, he looks like Yoda, right? From the Star Wars trilogy, but he's a little smaller. He doesn't have as many wrinkles, and he looks like it could be probably a little kid. So then they named him Baby Yoda. But then we found out a few episodes ago that his name is actually Grogu. His name is Grogu. And so we didn't know what his name was originally because we didn't speak his language and he didn't speak our language. But did that stop us from asking questions? No. We asked questions. The character in the show continued talking to him. And so they established quite a bond, even though they didn't speak the same language. And here's another thing. Let's take a look at Grogu. Grogu's ears, are they a little bit bigger than Miss Jones's ears? Just a little bit. Let's look at his eyes. Are his eyes a little bit bigger than Miss Jones's eyes? Just a little bit. His color of his skin, is it just a little bit different than my color skin? Just a little bit. Let's get one more thing. Look at his fingers. He has 3 fingers. Let's check out his other hand. He has 3 fingers. Let's look at Miss Jones's hand. Okay, Grogu, you're gonna sit here for just a second. How many fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 5 makes, yes, 10 fingers. How many fingers does Grogu have? I think he only has 6 fingers. But does that make him any less cuter? Does that make him mean? Does it make him a person we don't want to find out more about? No. I love to ask questions. I love to find out what he's seen, where he's been, and guess what? If he spoke our language, I bet he would like to know, ask us what we've seen and where we've been. So let's keep that in mind as we read the story. That's why I wanted him to come as our special guest, even though he's super cute and I wanted to share him with all of you. Let's just remember, just because Grogu may be a little bit different from what you're used to seeing, it doesn't mean he's a bad person or a bad little guy. He's just a little different physically. So let's remember some of these things that we just talked about. We're gonna read our story. You'll really like this story. So I'm gonna set Grogu to the side. He's gonna sit and listen to the story as well. He's excited for this story. So he's gonna say goodbye for now. And he'll come back a little later. Okay, I'm gonna set him to the side here. All right, let's set him to the side. And he's gonna wait and to the end of the story. He's gonna listen to it just like you are. So I'm excited to share this book with you. It's one of my favorite books, and it's called Just Ask. And look at those awesome pictures. And on the bottom of the book, it says, be different, be brave, and be you. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so let's remember what we talked about with Grogu, and then we can read this book, okay? So I'm gonna move the camera a little bit so we can see the pictures a little bit better. And I'm just gonna move it to the side a little bit, and then I'm gonna put the book so we can see the pictures a little better. Okay, let's get to the first page. So the great thing about this book, it has a lot of great pictures, which I love to read a book with pictures. But I also like to read a book without pictures because sometimes you form those pictures in your mind, right? The words you read, the story you read, they're all in your mind up here. That's why I love to read. Okay, let's read the first page. Let's take a look at the pictures real quick. And I'm going to move this just a little bit over so you can see the book and listen to the reading. There we go. Hi, I'm Sonia. I think Sonia is right here. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, a different color, and a different shape. And different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight, others thrive in the shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off just left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile, and others are more hardy. Do you see them? They're kind of carrying a lot of different things, right, in their hands. Let's look at that next page right there. See that next page? Okay. Kids are all different too. Some of us are in a hurry. Some others take their time. Some of us seem shy and quiet, while others are chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot. Others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way. So if you are curious about other kids, just ask. So that was what we were talking about before, right? About with Grogu, that he may be a little different, but, just ask. Okay, let's go to the next page. Look at this next page. Oh, wow, look at that. Looks like there's some bees, maybe a dragonfly. Okay, let's start with this page first. All right. Not everyone is comfortable answering questions, though. But I don't mind. What am I doing? Several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood, and I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. So I'm going to move it over here so you can see that little boy. Can you see him? So you can see his hand. It looks like he's kind of giving him a shot of something, right? And it's called insulin. I do this because I have diabetes and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all of my courage to do it to be very healthy. Do you ever need to take medicine to be healthy? See, there he is. Okay, let's look at the next page. Look at this. Let's check out this page. Look at those great pictures. See that? Great. Let's see. Let's start with this side first. My name is Raphael, and I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. When that happens, I take a break and use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing just a little easier. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. So if you look at Raphael, you see this in his hand right there? Yep, that is called the inhaler. Have you seen some friends with an inhaler? It helps them breathe a little bit easier. And it looks like he's taking maybe a relaxing time by painting. See, that looks like he's painting. So he says, my inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body? See, here's some tools right here. But he's using that to dig into the ground. But here, Raphael is using a tool to help him breathe a little bit easier. Okay, let's see what the next page is about. Wow, look at this page. That is beautiful. Look at those colors. Look at all those kids. Okay, let's see what this page says. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful bird. I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast. Can you tell me which one's Anthony? I think that's Anthony. And look how happy he is. So even though he's in a wheelchair, he can get around super fast. How do you get from place to place? Wow, look at that. Lots of fun. Let's look and see what else. Oh my goodness, look at these pictures. Wow. Those look awesome. Great. Let's see what it says. Okay, I'm gonna come to this side. My name is Madison, and my guide dog, Lucky, helps me get places safely because I'm blind. Can we find who Madison is? Let's see who's Madison. I bet that's Madison with her guide dog. Let's see what else it says. My friend Arturo is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. Can we find Arturo in this picture? That's right, there's Arturo, right? And he's got his cane. And there's Madison with her guide dog. Nice job, guys. He uses a cane to get around. And even though we can't see, we strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others may miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. Did you see them? And looks like she's carrying a plant. Looks like Arturo's carrying a plant too. And what does it say on the bottom? It says, how do you use your senses? What a great story. Let's see what the next page is all about. Look at these pictures. Wow. Let's look at that one too. Okay, let's see what it has to say on this page. I'm VJ. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and hands through sign language. It's cool to know another language. I bet that's him. I bet that's VJ. Is he using his hands? He is, huh? But that's right. Even though he may not be able to hear you, he can communicate in a different way by using his hands. I also love reading and writing. What about you? Look at that. I think they're all working outside, huh? That's awesome. Let's see if we can meet some more new friends in this book. Let's see. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at these pictures. Let's go this way and you can see some pictures right there. Let's see what this one says. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm Bianca and I have dyslexia. So I have to work really hard and take my time when I am reading and writing words. Sometimes I use computer reading and programs to help me. I love learning by doing things. My imagination is full of ideas and I'm very good at making art from the pictures I see in my mind. Remember what we talked about when we first started reading this book? That even though there may not be pictures that you can see those pictures in your mind so you can imagine all sorts of different things. Are you really good at something? What are you guys good at? I'd love to hear about it. You can go ahead and put it in the comments below this video. I'd love to see what you're good at. So there she is. There is Bianca. Okay, let's see who else we can meet today. Wow, look at these colors. Oh my goodness. Looks like a rainbow. Looks like they're playing maybe a little dress up. Let's see what this one's all about. I am great at dinosaurs. Is that a dinosaur? He's holding a dinosaur, isn't he? I know all about them. I'm Jordan and I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My classmate, Tiana, let's see who Tiana is. There's Tiana. My classmate, Tiana, also has autism, but it's different for her. She doesn't talk, but I like to talk. I especially like to talk about dinosaurs. So there's Tiana, and there is Jordan. So Jordan's got his dinosaurs, and it looks like Tiana's really enjoying her flowers, huh? You can see that she's got a smile on her face. What great kids. Let's see what the next let's see who else we can meet. Wow, look at this. They're busy hard at work in the garden. Busy working in the garden. Let's see what we're up to today. Let's see what the story says. For me, listening comes more easily than talking, and I'm a really good listener. My name is On, and I speak with a stutter, so I sometimes repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take a little longer to express myself, and sometimes I'm too shy to talk, but I understand everything that's going on. See? There she is. Her name is On. And she's just a little shy, but she's a really good listener, huh? Do you ever wonder if people understand you? Look at that. They're working outside with their flowers. Okay, let's see who else we can meet. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this face. Have you guys ever made a face like that? Can you just close one eye? Look at that one. Oh my goodness, look at the owl. I think the owl's doing the same thing as this little person is doing too. Okay, let's see. Let's meet who this person is. I do. My name is Julia. That's Julia. Sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette's syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I'm not paying attention or just acting out. But it's not true. I am listening. I don't always like having to explain. It frustrates me. But it helps when I tell people that is just what my body does. So it's okay, right? Absolutely. There she is. There's Julia. And it looks like the owl says, "Hi, Julia. I'm just like you too." And do you ever feel frustrated? Because it's okay to feel frustrated, huh, sometimes. There you go. There's Julia. Okay, let's see who else. I'm meeting so many new friends in this book. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, they look like they're having so much fun. Let's see what they're doing. Let's read about what they're doing. My name is Manuel, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It is also called ADHD. I can get frustrated when I really feel the need to move around, even though I'm supposed to sit still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. What's helpful to you? See that? Oh my goodness. Look at looks like we've met those friends before, right? You remember that from the other pages of the book? Yeah, I remember them too. Look at Manuel. He's like, hello everyone. Okay, let's see who else we can meet. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this young person. And let's look at this. Is that a squirrel? I think that's a squirrel. Let's read on. Let's learn about this young person. Let's see who this young person is. I'm Nolan. It's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it is nut-free because I am allergic to nuts. They can make me so sick that I would have to go to the hospital if I ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy and ask if any food has nut ingredients. Speaking up keeps me healthy. So we got to remember, right? That you've got to communicate and let people know if there's something that you can't eat that might make you sick. Because it sounds like Nolan cannot eat what? That's right, he cannot eat nuts. So he needs to be super duper careful. And like the squirrel, see the squirrel's trying to see that? He's trying to give him a nut. See the nut in his hands? But he's like, no! He said, no, I can't have them. You can keep them for yourself. How cute. Okay, let's see. Wow, look at all these great friends that we're meeting today. Look at those beautiful, colorful birds. Beautiful. Look at this young person. Beautiful. Let's learn about this young person. Let's see who this person is. I love to sing and I love to talk. I love to make new friends and be included. I am Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learned is to ask questions. And it says, what helps you learn? And remember, that's what we talked about with Grogu, right? If we ask questions, we can find out where he's from, what he's seen, and that's how we found out what his name was. Because remember, Grogu's name, we didn't know what Grogu's name was initially. We thought his name, well, we didn't know his name, so we called him Little Kid, the Child, even Baby Yoda. But then through asking questions, we found out his name was Grogu. Let's see who else we can meet. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, there's a lot of young people. A lot of young people, they're outside. Oh my goodness, it looks like the sun is shining. They're having a great time, everybody together. Everybody's together, right? Let's see what this part is about. I'll put this in here. It's me, Sonia, again. Do you remember Sonia from another page in the book? You do, huh, Sonia? So she says, it's me, Sonia, again. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I just ask my parents or my teachers, and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. This is what I've learned. Imagine if all the plants in this garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we only could grow peas? That would mean no strawberries or cucumbers or even carrots. It might also mean no trees, no roses, and no sunflowers. Just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really, more interesting and fun. And just like all of these plants, each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it more interesting and richer. What will you do with your powers? So that's very true, right? So they're talking about all the differences are actually a really good thing. So like Grogu's a little different. And maybe he's thinking about Miss Jones. Miss Jones, you're a little different. But that makes it a little fun, a little exciting. It's always great to ask questions and learn new things about different people. Let's see what else it says. And that actually was the end, but I wanted to show you this last page. Who's that? Looks like we've got a little friend there. A little friend with a rabbit. Have you guys seen rabbits too? I've seen them too. Oh, so that is the book called Just Ask. I'm going to turn this back around to me. That was a great book, wasn't it? I love this story. It's one of my favorite stories to read. It talks about being a little different, maybe on the outside. Maybe your hair's a little shorter than somebody. Maybe your hair's a little longer. Maybe you like to wear brown. Maybe your neighbor likes to wear red. We're all a little different. But it doesn't mean you can't ask questions and learn about each other and learn about maybe you have some things in common. Because maybe you both like to draw, or you both like to watch a show on TV, or maybe you both like to read the same book. So let's just remember that. Even though we may all be different in one way or another, it's a great thing to be able to talk, ask questions, and find out a little bit, and maybe make a new friend. And just like in the book, Just Ask. This is a great book. They made a whole bunch of new friends, huh? I'm gonna look at that last page again because I wanna show you guys that last page. I think it's really important that even though we may be all a little different, look at this. They are all playing and playing together. It looks like they're having a pretty good time, huh? And that's the end of the Storytime reading for today. But, do we want to say goodbye to Grogu one last time? Let's say goodbye to Grogu. He's been waiting patiently over here. Waiting patiently. Here we go. Hi, guys. Grogu says, thank you for that story. I really, really liked it. And maybe the next Storytime Sunday, I'll invite Grogu to come back. So bye, everyone. Have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your differences. Ask lots of questions. Never stop communicating. And Grogu says, see you later.